just tell the story, and just the audience will decide if they have any empathy or any compassion for this monster.
Remember, the guy's blind, but he's still dangerous.
Well, it's a pleasure to speak to you. And this time around, when did you decide that the blind man in this case had a sequel? And how did he take it to hear the news that Mr. Lang would be coming back?
He took it really well. I mean, he's always ready to play this character. I think we feel, and I think he feels the same, that he was born to play this character. It's one of those perfect roles for him in many levels. The sequel idea, I mean, it came out after the first movie. After the success of that story, we realized that the audience wanted to see more. They at least they loved this universe, and because really at the end of the first movie, spoiler alert, the character played by Stephen Lang, he's a villain that gets away with it. He survives the story, he gets away with it. So we thought, if we're going to tell another one, it should be about, is justice going to be served? Is this guy going to pay for what he did? But more importantly, is he going to come to terms with who he is? Because in the first movie, it's a lot about justification. He justifies every horrible act he does, and he thinks they're all means to an end, and he's entitled to do it. So we thought it would be interesting to put him in a story that will force him to confront himself and hopefully see who he truly is. And in order to that, we need to put him on more of a driver's seat for the story and make him more the protagonist of the story instead of just being the antagonist, right? So that's how it came about.
Was it challenging to humanize him after the first film?
Well, yes, everything about making a movie like this is challenging. It's never easy, and yes, we chose the more difficult path for this sequel. Right? We decided to tell a story that's not the usual way the sequels go, especially in this genre. So, but we thought that was way richer, and it was worth exploring that, right? So,
and it wasn't hard to humanize, because I think maybe this is from a cultural standpoint, but we don't even know what that means. I mean, if he's a character as a human being, how he humanized a human being. A human being is humanized, just by definition. I think we just told a story with facts. He's driven by something he deeply cares about. We know that was already in the story of the first movie. The tragedy of this character was to lose a daughter. We find him again on this one, that he had managed to put his family together again. He has a family again, and what he fights all the way through the movie is just to get that family back. So that humanity was in him already on the first story. We didn't inject that suddenly in this one. That was always there. I think to be human doesn't mean to be a good person or be perfect or be good. Just the human. So the human part of it, I think that may apply to certain kind of monsters sometimes, but when they're like creatures or something. I think if it's a human being, even if he does terrible things, he's still, But I know what you mean. But for us, it was just telling the story of this character and let the audience decide if they have empathy for him or not. That's not up to us. We cannot force that on anybody. We just tell the story, and just the audience will decide if they have any empathy or any compassion for this monster.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for your time, and people got to watch it on the big screen. That's all we got to say.
Yes, definitely.